Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? We're back. Well, I feel like I haven't seen y'all today. We are back. We are back. We are back. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Yeah, everything said in the video is a legend in my opinion and is used for fair use of entertainment, just in case I forget to say it. But thank you all for coming back for the review of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We do have a show for you. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. What y'all cook today? Did I ask y'all that today already? What y'all cook? What y'all cook? Y'all can go ahead and put it in the chat if y'all want to, because y'all know I can't remember you want to know what y'all cook. I didn't cook nothing. Y'all know I didn't cook today. That was not gonna happen. But y'all can put in the chat what y'all cook, because we like to share recipes and share dishes and stuff like that. Because I'm a foodie, so I like to read. I just like to read about food. Child. I don't eat a lot of food, but I am a foodie, and I do have certain things that I do like, and y'all be cooking some really good stuff. I be seeing in the chat. I be like, oh, I gotta go try that. But yes, thank you all for being here and sharing and hitting the like button as well. Okay. Shout out to KBR, my mod in the building. Shout out to Tyra. Thanks for being here, Tyra. Thanks for being here, Tyra. So I got two of my good mods up in here tonight. That's what's up. We about to get into the show. Yes, God. Did everybody watch the episode? If not, we got the review right here for you. All right. So I had to cram today, y'all. Ooh, because I woke up late as hell. So I said, let me get my ass up and watch this show so I can get this show together, honey. And we are ready. So let's get into it. I only watched it one time. I usually like to watch it twice so that I can so it can flow a little bit better. So if I kind of stumble a little bit tonight, which I don't think I will, y'all just charge it to the game. All right. But let's get into the show. Let's get in. Somebody said didn't cook today, but just nibbling. Yeah, I ain't cooked today. We ordered out. So beef soup. Oh, that sounds good. Beef soup and cornbread. Oh, Lord. I ain't eating no bread right now, but that beef soup sounds good. Pork chops sound good. I haven't had pork chops in forever. With peppers and onions. Oh, God, that sounds good. Okay. Stewed chicken and pork chops. I see a lot of people doing pork chops, fish and rice, peas. Oh, child. Child. Y'all is cooking it up. Baked salmon, green beans, potato soup. I love potato soup. Oh my God. I probably shouldn't eat a lot of it, but I love meatballs, potatoes, and salad. Okay. No cooking today. No cooking. That's all good. Hey, as long as you had a good meal, it don't matter where it came from. All right. Some days you don't feel like cooking. But let's get into the show. Jerk wings. Ooh, my favorite. KBR. Yes, God. That's all I eat when I go to Jamaica is jerk wings. Jerk wings and rice and peas. Okay. Yeah. I don't do that curry stuff. I don't like the way it smells because I be like about to throw up. Baked potato, love baked potatoes. Can't do a lot of them though, child, because they go to the hips. But baked potatoes, I love a good baked potato with broccoli. What'd you say it was? Broccoli, steak, and cheese. Okay, yes. Steak, mashed potatoes, corn. I'm not a big steak eater. I don't do a lot of beef. Probably haven't done beef in months now because it stays in your system too long. Leftovers for me. Ain't nothing wrong with leftovers, honey. Turkey chili. That's what I use, turkey, honey. I don't use beef. I use turkey. Okay, I see somebody else with pork chops, green beans, baked beans. Okay, yes. Crab stuff. Oh, Lord. Broccolini and sweet potato. Essence tender. I'm coming to your house, girl. Ooh, child. Anything crab, I'm there. Lasagna with amazing size. That sound good. Oh, man. Let's get to the show. Y'all got me getting hungry. All right, what time is 7:30? Because I don't eat after 8:30. So let me fly through here, child. All right, so season 9, episode 7. Game of Thrones for Love and Marriage Huntsville. All right, Game of Thrones. Shrimp Creole. Oh, Lord. Let me stop looking at the chat. All right, so this episode begins, you guys, with Mel and Chin, aka Trish, honey, at this coffee shop. It's picking up where it left off last episode. Where Mel is grilling Trisha about her unmemorable moment with Martell over to Mel's marital home. With I call him, honey, Miss Peaches, aka Wayman Jr., aka Martell, honey. Okay, child, he got a bunch of names like his son Knox. Now, Melody says to Trish, she says, did you ever think to pull me aside to say, hey, let me invite her, before she invite me on this trip, let me have a conversation with her to let her know that I've been to her house. I've had an interaction with her now ex-husband, at her house. It would have been great for you to give her a heads up to let her know that was going on and that was Melody's concern. So Trish, honey, aka Chin, her lying ass sat over there looking crazy, and lied and said that she said that, yeah, I should have said that. I should have said something to you. Actually, I was gonna say something to you. No, you weren't, because when she brought it up to you, you looking confused, like, huh? So they said that so she said something about, they said something weird on the trip. They were saying something weird. Everything was weird with her. Everything was weird. Then she said it was, and then this was weird, and then that was weird. So Melly's looking at her like, huh? All right, so then Mel says that your friend sat there and called you a liar in your face, meaning Stormy. And Trish kind of looks like, okay. So Stormy, of course, y'all know, was there looking damn crazy. And when she brought the situation up with Trish being at Mel's house and then asking her, so were you actually lying when you brought that up before? And Trish was like, oh yeah, I guess I was, So Melody goes into confessional during this scene and says that what's weird to me is that your friends are throwing you under the bus at a dinner table with people that you've never been around. Melody goes on to say that some of you have never met. Now, that was weird to me. All right. So I was like, yep, Mel, clock it, girl. So Melody also goes on to say that they should have pulled you aside or pulled me aside in private, but maybe they didn't, pulled you aside in private. I'm sorry. But maybe they didn't want a reaction out of me. Okay, I don't know, child. Now, Melody says, child, look, it's 2024 and this happened in 2020, so I ain't really tripping on that. She said that nobody was actually there but you and him, so y'all can have that, okay? So Trish just kind of pauses and Mel kind of pauses, and they just kind of look at each other. So Trish then goes via confessional when she couldn't say this in Mel's face. I wish she would have said it in her face, but you went into confessional to say something you could have said to her. But I don't know what the hell Trish had on, like this gold get up. Her ass was looking like one of them folk off RuPaul Drag Race, child, one of the contestants off RuPaul Drag Race with this shit on, looking crazy. Looking like a damn troll with aluminum foil on. Says that Mel has forgiven her and whatever happened to her and Martell, aka like I said, Wayman, child, does not matter. She says, but if it didn't matter so much to Melody, then why is she giving her such a questionnaire on what happened? She says, or trying to figure out the timeline in terms of when she went to Martell's house. All right. She said, because for me, if somebody asked me something about my soon-to-be ex-husband, Marquez, she said, I'm gonna tell them I don't care. I don't give a damn. Y'all do what y'all do. So Melody said that hopefully with you coming into this group that you can get to know people for yourself and not, allow people to control the narrative and how you see other people. Okay. Okay, great. Somebody said the notification is back on track. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so Tristan says that, yeah, we got to get together sometime soon. She says, and kind of get that vibe back. So she's like, ooh, child, thank you for fussing me out, but let me try to smooth this over and let me get an event so we all can get together. So Melody says that, it's pretty much to spend time with people on your own. Melly was like, because Trish was like, we should all get together and do something. Mel was like, yeah, and just kind of, do something on your own. Because, Mel, I ain't trying to be hanging with your ass. But then Trish says that she is getting ready to have a get together for her son's graduation. And she's inviting Mel to come. So Mel's looking like, do I want to fool with you? But Mel asks her, where's the event going to be? Trish says, oh, it's going to be at my house. So Mel just kind of says, oh, is it going to be kid friendly? So she's kind of asking her questions about said event. Trish said, yes, it's going to be kid friendly. So Mel said, good. So no drama, right? She says, because I've been to people's homes before and there was a lot of drama. What did I press? All right, there we go. So production then rolls tape back to different drama-filled moments where Tiffany Whitlow was on the show during that time where she was throwing smart comments and throwing shade towards Stormy, and Stormy is kind of reading her back saying, hey, don't do that. Like, don't do that, Tiffany. Like, you're doing too much right now. Then they showed another scene where Wanda was at Jalen's house for Jalen's housewarming, and she went off on Melody and Kimmy and was calling them bitches, okay? But her ass was looking like a broke down Supreme walking around with that damn Church of God in Christ shimmer dress on. I was like, where the hell you going for just a housewoman with that bullshit on? But anyway, so then Kimmy is yelling at Wanda saying that we ain't gonna be none of your bitches. And then of course Jalen jumps in and says that you will not speak to my mother in that type of way in my house. Okay, so he checks Wanda's ass, and I was like, yes, come on through, Jalen. Okay. Jalen ain't scared to check somebody. Jalen let Wanda's ass know right quick. Don't come up in here on that mess. All right. So they showed the scene with Mel and Martell at the Fletcher's house where Mel threw the glass at him whenever Martell told Mel that Ariane pleases him and has been pleasing him. So Mel jumps up. Y'all remember through the whole glass at Martell and it broke at the Fletcher's home. So they showed that scene. So Tisha says that she wants to get back to having like calm vibes and letting everybody just kind of be in the same space. So Melody says that she's respectful of other people's space, so that she's happy to hear that it's going to be a drama-free moment. So she told Trish to send her the information, send her the details of the event. And Mel also lets her know that they're good and that she would try to attend her event. So Trish is happy to hear that. So they both stand up, they greet each other, they hug each other, and Melody leaves the room. All right, next scene. Nell and Chris Fletcher, they are at Chris's new office in North Huntsville. It kind of looks like an abandoned building from the outside. On the inside, we're finding out that it used to be a neighborhood barbershop that everybody used to attend. It sounds like Chris is in there sweeping and carrying on, trying to clean up. The place doesn't look that bad on the inside, but you can tell they have to do a few renovations to turn it into an office space for them, because there's still booths around in that particular space to where like they used to cut hair. So Chris says that he used to, like I said, get his hair cut there years ago. So it's a former barbershop office that he's purchased for his new office in North Huntsville. All right, so Chris and Nell go into confessional and says that the office space would give Chris a face for being in North Huntsville. So that would be supposed to be huge for him. So while they're talking, up walks Martell, looking crazy as hell with this white church coat on, this white blazer on, and some tight ass jeans per usual, and them brown penny loafers that his ass always be wearing, walking into the new location where Chris and Nell are cleaning up. So Nell is surprised to see Chris, and Chris is looking like, oh, what you doing here? So Martell and Chris, they kind of dap each other, they greet each other, while Nell says to Chris, it says that you ain't tell me Martell was gonna be here. What's up with this? Like, what the hell he doing here? Because y'all know the last time they saw each other was the whole interaction where Destiny had this damn party where she was throwing all these questions out there, and Martell was snapping off on the Scots. So that's the last time they saw Martell. So for him to walk up, they were like, what the hell he doing here? He about to start some more bullshit. So Nell then side hugs Martell. She greets him and asks him, where was he coming from? So Martell then says that he has a meeting with Chris about his house. He's still trying to get his house sold, which we all know that the house cannot be sold because it's not up to code. Okay, it can't be sold or rented. So Nell compliments Martell on his outfit, child. I don't know why, because the shit was tight as hell. The jacket was tight. The pants was tight as hell as well. So when Martell says that you're used to seeing me like this, and you're used to seeing Chris like this too, because he's always out with his chest hairs out. So Martell only buttoned up like 2-3 buttons, and the rest of his chest was out. So I guess he thought that looked good. It didn't look good to me, but go off, sir. Go off. That must be what they wear down there at the Blue Oyster Bar down there in Atlanta. Wink, wink. Y'all know what the Blue Oyster is if y'all watch Police Academy. When they pull the men inside that blue door, y'all know it was supposed to be like a gay bar. Anyway, moving on. So Martell then compliments Chris' new spot, saying, "Oh, I like this place. I remember this place. It used to be a barbershop. Yeah, I like this. This is not a lot of space." Da da da. So Chris was like, "Come on, man, let me show you around." So they're walking around, and Chris was showing Martell around the place. In confessional, Martell says that he grew up in the north side of Huntsville, which is like 5 minutes away from Chris's new location, and that he actually sees potential in Chris's new spot, and he agrees that it's going to be a lot of work that has to be done. And I was like, Lord God, please do not let Martell ask the Fletchers if he can do the work on that, because we already saw how that damn house turned out. It's gonna be a whole full-fledged long ass garage on the front of Chris office building, looking a hot damn mess, because Martell don't know what the hell he's doing. So they are talking and they reminisce on the barbershop being a place where they both used to hang out back then to get their haircut. Just having, conversation, when Chris then brings up Marceau, which then changes Martell's whole disposition, and that he went by to go see Marceau most recently because he's building a new home, which we know he ain't building shit, not too far from Chris's new office where they're currently at. So, like I said, once Chris is talking and mentions Marceau's name, Martell's face is like, bitch, I know you didn't bring him up. All right. So Martell then says, man, F that dude. Says that you ain't got to even mention him in real life. He says that I don't even want to hear nothing about that dude. So Martell just like chopped it down. He don't want to hear shit about Marceau. So Nell is looking at Martell like, wow, really? So Martell then goes on to say that at Destiny's event that both of he and Marceau went pretty low on each other, and that they did not have to take it there in the beginning. Said that Marceau didn't have to take it there in the beginning. So of course Martell is not taking accountability for all the shit that he said, which he was saying the most. Now, of course, we do know now that Marceau was saying a lot of things, but production cut out most of what he was saying because he was name dropping. Okay. I told y'all that was sus. That was suspect for production to do that. So Chris then asked Martell, says, if you feel like he started it, says that, do you really feel like Marceau started it? And then he starts frowning at Martell like, nigga, you started that. You started that. So Martell said, yeah, he actually started being disrespectful to me. So yeah, he did start it. And I'm looking like, nigga, were you there? Mentally, you were not there, but physically you were there. All right. So Chris says that y'all both of y'all were saying some shit to each other. So then Nell says Martell said some shit too. So she done jumped in and put her 2 cents in. So Martell says that yeah, and Marceau did too. So he's trying to make it clear that he wasn't the only one talking junk, that Marceau was also talking junk as well. So then Chris says that I feel like both of you guys are at fault, to be honest with you, Martell. So Martell didn't want to hear that, of course. Martell then says that everything that I said is actual facts, though. Okay, so everything that came out of his mouth, according to him, is facts. He didn't lie. Martell then goes on to say via confessional, he said that Marceau is calculating, though. He says that I look at him as being a foolish person at that. He says, and to say something about the mothers of my children, all of them, all 5 of them. So he's making it clear that he only has 5 children, which I told y'all the other day. It's a rumor out there that Martell has 6 because there's a son out there that he has not come out to openly claim yet. All right. So on the show, he's still saying he has 5 children. And I know that to be allegedly bullshit. Now, Martell goes on to say that knowing all that Marceau has done and that I've witnessed, he says that we've actually done together, and he stresses that. He says that it's like that's, a foolish person to like come at me when he knows that I can kind of like air him out. So Martell then tells Chris, he says that I must be a fool to keep letting this dude talk about me on and off social media. Martell goes on to say that he's trying to call my bluff. That's how I feel. He says, because we've been doing the bro code for years. He says, and you should have been called me if you actually had a problem with me like this. All right. And I agree. Maybe y'all should have had a conversation first. But then again, y'all know how petty Martell is. He stops at nothing to try to expose somebody when he is connected to the exposure, if that makes sense. So Kristen says that I was actually talking to Marceau and says that y'all really are on the same damn page if you want to look at it. So Martell kind of looks like, what damn page? So it says that he feels the same way that you're actually feeling, Martell, to be honest. He says that the friendship is over between the 2 of you, according to Marceau. He says that, and Marceau actually says that he has no respect for you. So Nell then says that I feel that you should have just left Tisha out of it, Martell. So Martell then says, well, she brought up Melody, so it was on. So Nell says that Marceau actually brought it up. So then Martell then says that Marceau brought it up, but Tisha chimed in and said something too. So he had daggers for both of them. He was like, F that. I mean, if Tisha jumping in and saying some shit, I'm going to tell her shit too. Like, no, I don't feel sorry for it. So Nell goes via confessional and says that it was very distasteful of Martell to include Tisha in his rant against Marceau. So then production then rolled clips showing Tisha walking off, saying that Martell is a liar and that Marceau and Martell actually argued and that Martell called Tisha real nasty. So y'all remember that clip where the last clip where they were actually going back and forth. So they production rolled tape showing Martell showing Tisha saying that Martell is a liar, and then Martell was actually calling her nasty and all that. So Tisha didn't like that. So Martell goes via confessional and says that I don't agree to actually leave Tisha out. Says that she actually inserted herself in it while 2 men were arguing. So no, I don't agree that I should have left her out. So Nell and Chris, they go via confessional, and Nell says that once again, Martell is arguing with a woman. All right, but y'all know that's what Martell loves to do. He argues with women. Okay. So Martell goes via confessional and says that no apologies are given. He says that now it's time for me to actually keep the gloves off, meaning that, yeah, I'm petty, but my petty doesn't stop here. I'm about to be even more petty. That's what Martell is saying. So Martell then says to the Fletchers, he says that when Melody and I were together, he says that Tisha and Mel would actually meet up, and that Mel would tell me what Tisha would be throwing around at her about me after their conversation. Now, I didn't like how Martell tried to bring Melody into this bullshit. She had nothing to do with it. She was not there at this event that Destiny had, but Martell is always going to find a way to talk about Melody and insert her in his bull crap. He's going to always find a way to do that. Okay. Martell goes on to say that why is she actually doing that, knowing that it would hurt her, because says that my dumb ass was actually out doing some things, but then Tisha made it worse by going to Mel and telling Mel things about me. So now he's blaming Tisha for his marriage not making it when he was the one out cheating and had a whole baby. All right. So Martell says that the time was actually that time that I was actually doing things, said that we and me and Mel actually got back into a good space. Tisha bringing things up, which made Melody not be able to get over things again. I was like, nigga, what? Like, no, Melody already said that she left you because you kept disrespecting her and you was trying to figure out how to cheat and hide what you were doing versus stopping what you were doing. So she left you because of that. It ain't had nothing to do with what Tisha said. It ain't had nothing to do with Ariane having a baby. Mel already said that. It came from Martell continuously disrespecting her. And I was like, yeah, I feel you on that, Mel. So Martell, like I said, blames everyone for what he does to avoid accountability that he actually he created. All right. So he is mad that Tisha told Melody that Martell was living foul and doing things out in the streets versus him just stopping cheating. After Mel asked him a whole 5 years, you had 5 years, nigga, to stop cheating. So now you sitting up trying to blame Tisha, saying that Tisha continuously went to Mel and told her things about him and that he was doing, which made Melody keep getting upset with him and blaming him, which then ultimately made her go and file for divorce. No, that's not how it happened, Martell. So Martell says they, meaning the Scotts, were being negative. He says, and I don't even know what could have triggered Mel to go on to the next level, which meant divorce. He says that it could have been something that Tisha said to Melody. He said, you just never know. I was like, yeah, I don't know about that, Martell. I don't know about that. I don't know about it. Maybe off your meds today, maybe off your medication, Prozac, Paxil. I don't know. Shit, take both of them. But that right there, like, no, absolutely not. Mel was not feeling your ass no more, and you was out there humping around like Bobby Brown, and she had to leave your ass, and that's just what it was. So let's move on. Let's move on. So then production then rolls tape on the scene. You guys remember where Mel and Tisha met up. They were having an argument. This is where Tisha brought in the whole Martell has a baby mama who he bought a BMW for. Martell has matching BMWs with Ariane, or bought a matching BMW for a woman, but it wasn't his wife. Y'all remember that whole conversation where Mel was trying to tell Tisha, if you want to know what your husband is doing, get on down there to the bar. And Tisha took offense to that and then used the whole BMW situation against Melody. So production rolled tape on that. Martell then says that Tisha had an impact of he and Mel's divorce, says because of the negative things that she continued to come to Melody with. All right. So then Nell then says to Martell, said that you shouldn't have told what Tisha did in college. All right. So Martell says, yeah, I did. I told that. Says that she never apologized for what she actually was going back and telling Melody. When was this, Martell? And how do you know what she's saying to Melody? Because you and Mel y'all ain't been around each other or been in a great space for what is it, 6 years now that they've been divorced? So like, what is he actually talking about? He's actually using this whole Tisha going back and telling Mel stuff as a way of holding her accountable for Mel making the decision to leave him alone. So Martell then goes on to say that Tisha never apologized to Melody about him. Says that our marriage back then, he said, could have made it had Tisha kept her mouth shut. He said, so no, I don't take what I had to say about Tisha back. I was like, this shit is so stupid. So Martell, like I said, is using that argument with the Scotts to get sympathy from Melody. He feels like that they are a team again. He feels like he and Mel are a team again for some odd reason, and that they have something in common. And then now he's trying to pull Mel into it to go against the Scotts, because y'all know anytime Martell get into it with somebody, he needs an alliance. Martell does not act alone. Martell always has to reach out to Destiny and get her in the middle of stuff. He always has to reach out and get Ariana in the middle. So he always needs somebody to help him orchestrate and or push over his bullshit on other people. So now he's trying to use that with Melody when he ain't even supposed to be contacting Melody unless it has something to do with the kids. All right. So he is mad at the Scotts. And he's trying to use this united front, like he and Mel have this united front against the Scotts. And Mel don't even know what the hell is going on in this situation because she wasn't even there. So he misses having Melody around and being able to use situations and use her to go against people as leverage in arguments is what it's given. All right. So like I said, he ain't supposed to be contacting Mel, but he texts Mel. He sent Melody a text message to let her know what was said in said argument from Destiny's event. All right. He was not supposed to do that. And I'm glad they caught that on. Thank you so much, what is that? Trelane Bell. Thank you so much, dear. All right. Y'all, I'm tired. I'm so sorry. So anyway, Martell reached out to Mel, sent her a text message, letting her know what was said in said argument in terms of saying that Marceau had things to say about Mel. So he's giving her a heads up on what's said in order to get her upset so that she does not have anything to do with the Scotts. Okay. So I'm glad that production picked that up. I'm glad that Melody actually verbalized that on the show because then that would be great for her in court to be able to use to show that Martell was still not paying attention to and or honoring the no contact order. All right. So Martell goes on to say that Melody needs to be informed of the things that said so that she can make her own decision in this situation. All right. So Nell and Chris, they're looking at Martell like he's crazy after he says that. All right. Next scene is not Chris, but Ken meets up with his homeboys at some weird place called Wicked. They sit down to speak about his relationship with Trish. This whole divorce situation is about to happen, which we all know is all lies and bullshit because they still have not finalized their divorce. So this bullshit that they're showing on TV with Trish signing off and getting the notary to come over there, all of that was some fake bullshit because as we speak right now, there is no finalized divorce between Trish and Marquez. Okay. It's just not. I have a scene that I can play for you guys and let's do that. All right. Let's do it. Hold on. No, hold on. Yeah, this is it. I knew I pulled those things. Yeah, let's do that. So I can save my voice a little bit, child. My voice already deep as hell this this afternoon. Y'all forgive me for sounding like Barry White up in here tonight, child. All right. Sound like I'm about to break out singing Secret Garden in this bitch. All right, here we go. So this is Ken meeting up with the homies. All right.
Trish doing?
Man, she doing all right. She over there at the damn now.
Working out right now?
Yeah.
That where you came from?
Yeah. You know, I had to get mine in.
Of course.
Got mine in early.
Of course. So what's good?
Man, life, big dog. You know how it go.
Tell me about it.
Living, trying to make stuff happen for us. Once we get past that marriage, because you know she's still
right.
And dude, man, that's the only issue that we have. You know how Marquez is, bro. He's been like that since me and Trisha have been together.
Tell me how that dinner went, though.
Ain't gonna lie, it went much better than I expected. I expected it to be some hands thrown, plates, because he's, like I said, he's so emotionally driven. But me, I kept my tone. I try to do everything.
It's a conscious effort.
Yeah, bounce around his feelings. And it's that part is what's getting annoying because it's like he's not mentally stable. I think a lot of it is too. It's me. I'm taking his sons and his daughters on trips out the country. You know, I'm doing a lot of things that she quite couldn't get him to do in their marriage.
It's hard to,
and it's hard. I think it's hard for him to which I understand. I'm like, dude, I'm not even in competition with you. Like I told him before, I'm like, bro, I'm here to assist you.
Right. Facts.
I'm your assistant.
Facts.
I'm here to make your
all
life
work together,
easy.
especially with the kids and everything. It all works together. So you think a lot of this is an act too. So even if he's acting like he wants to get back with her, if he got back with her, do you think he would do right?
No, bro. Hell no. Bro,
he just need to get you out of the way.
He just don't. It's just me. It's me.
It's just you.
It's me. It's me. Bro, if it was some dude that he didn't feel, man, he wouldn't, bro, he would have signed them papers a long time ago. Matter of fact, they about to get the papers done in the next, I think within a week. So
Wait. So they get the papers done within a week when you get married.
listen, I made this little joke with her, but I'm serious. I told her she get the papers done, I'll go get a ring. Once she gets this divorce, it's up. It's popping. Think that it's taking a long time for Tisha and them to get the papers done. I don't want to pressure her. I feel like we're definitely moving in the right direction at the time frame that I think we should be moving in. But at the same time, I know he gives Marquez offers a lot of resistance, and for her, as soon as she sees that resistance, she goes in retreat mode. So I just want her to understand that, you know, the faster she gets this stuff done, the better we all are. We got a little family gathering coming up. Supposed to be celebrating the kids. I want him to be there, and I don't want it to be awkward because the kids notice these things. They pick up on that stuff.
So he's gonna be at this upcoming event?
Yeah, he better be. This is for his kids.
And what are you gonna do? Like, how you gonna actually, if he is weird, how you gonna handle it?
I told Tisha that I might try to have another conversation with Marquez.
Can I say this? Can I give you some advice?
Yeah.
For me, I would say do what you plan to do.
Right.
Give it one more shot.
Right.
But before I did that, I would talk to Trish. If this doesn't work, how would you feel if I exclude him from now on? Because I just can't keep doing this.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's where I'm at. 100%, that's where I'm at. Bro, I have one conversation, then I start talking with Eve.
How's Trish doing?
That means you're weak, sir. All right, so Ken is trying to push this narrative of he's ready to get married, I'm gonna be honest with you. Once she signed the divorce papers, that's the worst idea ever, to run out and go hurry up and go get a ring. I feel like Ken is looking to, like he did with Trish's kids, I feel like he's trying to get some ownership of Trish. I don't feel like he feels like he owns her. Not saying that he should own her, but in his crazy mind, because he feel like he owns her kids, the fact that she's not divorced from Marquez, it drives him nuts. I think he thinks about that shit every day, all day, throughout the day and night. All right. I think he wake up in the morning. That's probably the first thing on his mind, that she is still married to Marquez. And it bothers him because he doesn't feel like he has her 100% because she still has Marquez's last name. To me, I feel like Ken is very insecure in his relationship, but he tries to come off as being overly confident, which we don't see that. He really tries, but I'm looking right through you, Ken. All right. Ken speaks like he is this God that when it comes to being the stepfather to Marquez's kids, but it makes him seem very insecure and it makes him seem very thirsty. I'm getting thirsty vibes from him because bottom line, Ken, you are not their father. All right. And the fact that you keep pressuring her into getting married, you're going to push her away because she's not ready. She still has to have time to process this situation, process being divorced. You got to keep in mind, she and Marquez, even though they're having issues, they have been together since high school. This is her high school sweetheart. She's not going to fall in and out of love with him like you want her to do. And bottom line is, she is not ready. That's the worst idea, to go run and get her a ring as soon as she signs the papers. That's the worst idea. You guys have only at this point been dating just a couple years. It's complicated as hell. Trish already, every time you mention marriage to her, she's looking crazy like, hell no, I ain't trying to do that shit again. But he alludes to, like I said, Martell having a resistance to divorce, and then Trisha actually retreats as well. It's given that there's some hidden feelings there that maybe Trish does not want to show show Ken, because she knows how he reacts. Okay? That shows she's not ready for that next step yet. So Ken says that as soon as, like I said, they sign them papers, he's gonna go run out and buy her a ring. And Trish has to process this situation and heal 100%, because jumping out of the frying pan into the damn fire is just going to cause more problems between y'all. You guys, to be honest, which you guys have already talked about it on the show, y'all have some serious communication issues to where you got to leave the house for days, Ken, and go out of the state just to have peace. Trish, you already said she has a temper where she blows up on you, you blowing up on her. That shit ain't going to work, especially with kids in the house, and especially if they're seeing that. That's not a great environment. I'm sorry. And getting married is not going to fix it. And I don't know why people feel like because you put a ring on somebody's finger and say, I do, that they're going to magically change. Like there's some abracadabra bullshit behind the scenes that's supposed to just fix everything automatically because you want to be a husband or a wife. Like, it doesn't work that way. Marriage, relationships, you got to work on that. It takes work. It really does. If you want it to work. Let's get into the next scene. I'm sick of him. Let's get to the main screen. Stop sharing. Yeah, Ken is a whole clown. He is a clown. So Trish, next scene is Trish is home. She's setting up for the graduation party. All right. She says that she's actually been busy with her job. She's been training her clients in terms of working out, and she's trying to get her son prepared for the next phase of his life after graduation. All right. So Destiny actually comes over to Trish's house. They actually sit down to talk, and they're talking when there is a knock at the door. All right. Next scene. I've been pulling my videos, y'all, so y'all can sit and watch too. So we're going to listen to me talk a little bit, and then we're going to actually watch the scene. All right, so you guys can watch this. The person at the door is the notary that's coming over for Trish to actually fake sign these damn papers because they're not divorced yet. So this was a whole fake ass scene. Destiny was there playing victim, trying to give her advice on how to get over marriage and how to process feelings when you get into a divorce. Girl, you ain't processed the damn thing. You fussed more about, you grieved more about Moses than you did LB. So Destiny, girl, I'm about to get on you here in a minute, but let's go ahead and play this scene right quick.
Yeah, your doorbell is super low.
It is.
Hi, I'm Amber, the notary.
Oh, thank you for calling.
Oh, yes, yes. Thanks for calling. Doing okay today?
Yeah. It's been one of those anticipation days that I've been anticipating and couldn't wait for. Hello.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Destiny.
Nice to meet you, Destiny. I'm Amber.
My gorgeous face.
Just right here.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Excuse me, Destiny, babes.
Yeah, nosy. What is going on?
So, these are my divorce papers. Do I need to fill anything out before I sign? Or?
I just need to witness you signing it and dating it.
Okay.
And if you have your ID handy.
I do.
Thank you.
Okay.
Trish signing her divorce papers so casually in front of me after my experience was, it was hard for me to tell anybody, my father. It took me months. And for her to just like sign them casually to end her marriage is like kind of crazy. So I'm a part of a very pivotal moment. What is going on? Did I hear you say you signing some divorce papers?
I am.
And you just gonna just do that like it's nothing and I'm sitting right here? This is a big day.
It's a big day. I've been waiting on it. I thought about it. Now I'm like, this is it.
So there you go.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And there's your ID.
I don't know if I want to cry happy tears, sad tears, or what kind of tears, but some kind of tears are going to go on this paper tonight.
It was great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good day.
Thank you so much again.
I never thought this day would come, but life happens. And in my life, happens. I was very hesitant to get a divorce because we've been together for so long, but I mean, it's here now.
It's been a long time coming.
Ma'am, how you just gonna sign divorce papers in my face like it's nothing?
Well, she was coming anyway. Yeah.
So how do you feel?
Am I supposed to be excited?
You're supposed to feel what you feel.
Am I heartless? Because I was like, I couldn't wait for this day.
I mean, it's been forever. So
I know.
But you haven't been together for how long?
Almost 5 years.
Okay.
I know, right?
So you feel excited.
Yes. I'm like, yes.
So this is me, we're planning a wedding?
Planning a wedding?
Look at her.
That was quick. I just signed up. I don't even think the ink dry on this mug yet.
But the paper is about to dissipate because it's old.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, okay. Well, eventually.
How long you and Ken been together?
2.5 years.
Ken does check all the boxes, but so did my ex in the beginning. So I do want to give it time this time around. I don't want to rush into things. And I do have things I need to work on myself, like communication, temper. So things takes time. Ken has taught me how to, just relax. Just if I'm asking you a question, don't go off the deep end first. Understand what I'm trying to ask you instead of
listen to understand and not respond.
Listen, because I will fly off the handle quick. Marquez got me that way. He is why I'm like that. Every time with me and Marquez, it was always a battle. So I'm always expecting a battle.
You will go through a grieving period now those papers are signed. I
Well,
promise.
why is she giving divorce?
Separated for so long.
Advice?
No, ma'am. They weren't divorced. It's official now.
But we were divorced, but we wasn't together.
Listen to me.
Like I haven't even seen him for real the last 4 years.
Listen to me. You will go through a grieving period. You, number one, you just lost somebody that you've known.
I lost him a long time ago.
Yeah, but now
to other things.
It's official that there's no more.
With me, I already knew I was ready to move on, and that there was something else better out there. His name is Ken.
Well, are you excited about this party? The shindig?
Yes.
What are you most excited about?
This should be interesting. Marquez is coming and his family and friends.
So this is the first time y'all are going to be around each other officially divorced?
Yeah.
How does Ken feel about your ex-husband now coming?
I think this might sound crazy, but I think that he's so peaceful with everything kind of pisses me off too.
Why does that sound you crazy?
But it's like
there's no buts,
you don't
ma'am.
know that I've been through.
This is why you need therapy.
But
okay. So there you go, child. The last person that need to be giving anybody any marital advice is damn Destiny. Not sure why Destiny is acting like it was so painful, child, to watch Trish signing for divorce papers. Like she was just crying and balled up in the fetal position when she and LeBarrett got divorced. I don't think that was the case. I just do not think that was the case. Now, Destiny was happy to be free from LB. And but you ain't mentioned nothing about them paternity tests, though. That's the thing. You had a few paternity tests there, Destiny, but you didn't mention nothing about that. And I feel like you were more so happy to get the hell away from LeBarrett so that you can be free to run out here and be with Moses. Okay, so you the last person who need to be giving advice on marriage and anybody leaving somebody and grieving and healing. Girl, bye. You still not healed. You still not healed. You sitting over there on Mental Monday staring at the screen looking like your ass is in the Twilight Zone. So this divorce signing, like I told you guys, is fake as hell because they are not divorced as of yet. And y'all know this scene was like months ago filmed. In real time, they're still not divorced. So there you go. Let's move on. Trish says that she is not ready for marriage. Okay, she's reluctant whenever Destiny asks Trish if she's ready to get married now. Trish is very reluctant, as she always is when you asking her about being married to Ken. She ain't ready for that. All right. She ain't ready for that. She said that Marquez was the same way in the beginning when they pretty much were trying to communicate and be together. She said that their relationship needs work, and I agree. All right. So Destiny said that she would go through a grieving period. Again, child, bye. So Trish then says that she's upset that Marquez is so calm about their divorce and that she wants him. I feel like she wants him to fight over her. I think that she enjoys men fighting over her. I think that she likes when she see Ken and Marquez going back and forth because that gives her the fuel that she needs to make her feel important. Like, oh God, two men are fighting over me. Oh my God, they're fighting over me. I think that's what she likes the most. All right, so let's get to the next scene. Tisha, Marceau, and Melody are going to be meeting up at Black, okay? And they're meeting up to discuss the mess that's actually going on involving Martell, all right? I ain't never thought I'd see Mel be coming to no Black, and she got a drink there. I said, oh, girl, Mel, you might want to go get a tetanus shot after having anything to eat or drink over there at Black, child, because, you know, they said that place is nasty. So, child, I would ask for a damn styrofoam cup. I'd be like, y'all got any styrofoam or plastic cups back there? Bitch, you don't put my shit in no glass. No, you will not. All right. Probably ran it under some water and wiped it down with a towel right quick. That's what it gives. But anyway, so they're sitting, Tisha and Marceau, they're sitting at the bar, having small talk and having a drink, getting ready to Tisha said that she was getting ready to go and do something with her daughter that's getting ready to go to camp. Her daughter Mila, I think it is. And then her son MJ is getting ready to take his senior school pictures, is what she was telling Marceau. So Marceau then asked, when is he taking school pictures? Y'all know he don't ever know what's going on with his kids. He never ever knows what's going on with his kids. What's up, Sandra? Thanks for being here. So he says, when is he going to take some kids? Take some pictures, because I had no idea. So Marceau, like I said, with him being so disconnected with his kids, it's weird, y'all. It's so weird that Tisha has to do everything from taking their son to get a haircut to going and hanging out with the girls, going to camp. Like he's not involved in his kids' life, so he don't know shit to be going on with them. So Tisha, she just does it, and Marceau, he just be out doing what he want to do with this, which is weird. So Tisha says, well, actually, he's taking pictures today at 3:30 for his yearbook. Oh, so Marceau was like, oh, okay, yeah, keep me involved in that. He says, then he asked Tisha, make sure you keep me involved with all of that, because I have a son that's getting ready to graduate now. You just realized that. So Tisha says that she didn't know that it would be something that he would be interested in. So your son is getting ready to graduate, and your wife is telling you that she didn't think that it would be something that you would be interested in, to know that your son is doing something that he's going to only probably do one time of his entire life, which is take yearbook pictures. This is huge for him. He's getting ready to graduate. So y'all know, I remember that when I was in school, getting ready to take pictures for my yearbook and all that. So Marceau was like, yeah, I am interested into it. I am interested in it, actually. So yeah, keep me informed with every, process as that comes. He says that I actually have a son graduating. Like, he's proud, which he should be proud. That's his son, but he needs to be more involved. So Marceau and Tisha, they're sitting and they're sipping their drinks when Marceau tells Tisha just out of the blue that Melody hit him up, meaning text messaged him, and is about to come by. So Tisha looks, Mel hit you up. What you mean she hit you up? Tisha looking crazy as hell, because she always feels a way if Melody calls or texts Marceau. She want to know every single detail. So Tisha says to him, she hit you up. What she say? So she want to know every intricate detail of what the text had to say, because she's so fucking immature and insecure as well. All right, so Marceau then says, well, she texted me and says that she's stopping by here. I guess she's got some important news that she wants to tell us. So Tisha's looking like, what kind of news she got to tell us? So Marceau then asked if she and Mel were actually cool. See, I think y'all should have had that conversation before you and Mel had a conversation for her to come by. But Tisha says that they are actually cordial. All right. And he says that I'm not sure what she means by that. Okay. He said, I'm not really sure what Tisha means by this whole being cordial situation. While Marceau and Tisha are talking, Melody actually walks in and said, hey guys, what are y'all doing? So Melody greet them. Tisha stands up and she gets ready to hug Mel, and which she does. Marceau then makes a joke, which you always know he does. I think it's that nervous energy. Anytime Marceau is nervous, he always cracks jokes. But he says to Melody, okay, and speaking of the devil, and then he starts laughing, and Mel's looking at him like, all right, bitch, don't try it. So Mel greets Tisha. Tisha greets Mel. Tisha greets Melody on her outfit, because Melody had on like this hot pink pantsuit. It was real cute. So Tisha's like, oh, I like that suit, Mel, So Marceau then gets up and he side hugs Mel, and then Tisha's watching the whole time, like, all right now. And he still continue to make jokes. All right. And Tisha is just sitting there like staring at Mel. She always does that. And I don't think she knows that she does that. I be like, girl, why are you staring at Mel like this? Anytime they film a scene together, Tisha's eyes just be fixated on Mel, like she's studying her, reading her. Like, I don't know, maybe she's picking her apart. I don't know why she be studying her like that. But Tisha and Marceau go via confessional, and Tisha says that when Mel comes by, that she has something to get off her chest. Marceau then says that when Mel pops up, says that it ends well for him, but not sure how she feels, meaning Mel. He says, but it's going to be good for me. So he's still being an asshole. Y'all know how Marceau's mouth is. So production then rolls back an encounter where Melody kind of pops up to talk to Marceau. All right. We'll talk to Marceau and Tisha. So let's get into that scene, because I have it. Okay. I have it. So you guys can get the 411 on that. All right. Let's share, honey. Oh, thank God for these scenes, honey, so I can rest my voice. Here we go. So this is Melody sitting down with Marceau and Tisha.
First, let me say this. Tisha, me, Kimmy, we talked about how we were going to communicate, like with something, if we feel something or something feels off, to talk about it first, and versus just holding things in and letting it, whatever. So then you and I talked. That's when you got my number, because you didn't have my new number. You told me we didn't hear no other side of the story. My bad, right? We had that conversation. And so that's why I wanted to come by to see both of y'all, because I got a text from Martell. Let me read to y'all the text I got.
Oh, God.
Melody, just so you'll know, both Tisha and Marceau said some degrading things about you at Destiny's adult field day event.
Mind you, Martell ain't even supposed to be texting her that. He ain't supposed to be communicating with Mel unless it has something to do with the kids. That obviously had nothing to do with the kids. So that's a violation. And I'm happy they caught this on the show. Now, I do see Carlos probably trying to edit this out, because y'all know he is the king of deleting shit whenever he knows that he's caught up in something, or if he's trying to protect somebody like Martell. All right.
Wow.
Degrading
stuff about
Did he tell you?
I was like,
Did he tell you what the degrading things were?
I didn't ask, because I didn't even respond to that, because you're not even supposed to be talking to me about anything except the kids.
This was a conversation between Marceau and Martell. All right. And it wasn't about you. It was not about you.
Wait, so neither one, so you ain't say nothing about me?
No. To Mark, no.
The only thing you mentioned Mel's name was when you asked him.
I did. I said, because here's when the only time your name came up is when I was saying that Martell is the kind of man that will call me and ask me about me and you sleeping together.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the only time Mel.
That's the only time nobody mentioned you at all.
Me and you met up just on some regular conversation.
When I first found out he was cheating.
On a regular conversation. And the next couple of days, he's going to ask me, hey, man, did she try anything? I'm like, who the hell asked this?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's so crazy. It's like, I'm like, dude, who does that?
See, I told you. Didn't I just say something in my spirit when I read it? I was just like, Mel, don't run with that. Don't run with that.
Why is he doing the exact same thing he's been doing for 6 years?
Exactly.
Listen, I'm very happy that you came by, because here's the thing. We don't need that conversation stuff like in our lives. Like, I'm past that whole field day stuff.
Right. And this is what Martell is doing. Like I told Marceau, he's a deceitful person.
I can't believe he just straight out lied.
Just lied.
But then I can, because he would lie to me all the time.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
To the point where it will make me think, maybe I didn't see what I saw. Wait, maybe I didn't hear what I heard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God.
You be like, wait, I know the real now.
Yeah, that's like, dang, he said with such a strong passion and face of seriousness and mad.
And stand up.
Straight
stand up.
I definitely feel like the Scotts are starting to understand, my perspective when it comes to Martell, because I'm talking. I never wanted to walk out of the situation and run around to all of our mutual friends or even his friends dogging him out and trying to turn them against him. I just didn't do it. I'm not like that. I didn't care to do that. So they didn't hear much from me. And in not hearing much from me, I think they ran with the person running their mouth.
I just feel like he tries to spin stuff to make it somewhat make him look better. When to look better, just do
own
better.
It and do better.
And
change
do
your
better.
That's it. It's just that simple.
You want people to think that you're better? Be better. But you don't want to be better. You want to make everyone else the problem. I think Martell sent a message to Melody because he's a liar. And he needs someone with a little more bite in order to fight his battles. And so I think that he thinks that forming some kind of alliance with Melody would be in his best interest, right? And I think that Martell thinks that everyone's continuing to fall for his games. We've been doing nothing but uplifting you, protecting you, trying to train you stuff, trying to get you back on your feet. And at this point right now, dog, keep my name out your mouth.
Because you gave him some work too, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave him some work. I loaned him some money.
Wait, what? What was he saying about you out there at the field day thing?
I got 3 girlfriends right now, and there's all kind of stuff. Like, same thing he was saying. He's like, I can go to my phone and get some stuff right now. So go get the phone, expose it all.
Call to get the phone and then come back with nothing.
To me, it's sad, but the truth is, I don't give a.
I know.
Yeah, I'm beyond that point now.
Well, first let me say this.
They was like, yeah, I know good. Martell with his lying ass. I ain't never seen nobody that's so pathological. Martell lying his damn sleep, sitting over there snoring and lying his ass off. But of course, y'all, like you guys just saw, Mel And this scene blasted Martell for ignoring the court order, the no contact order, okay, by texting her about this situation about Destiny's event. Melody also made it clear that she ain't fucking with Martell like that, and she don't believe his lies and how blatant he is when he lies. That, you know, he will look you dead in your face and he's so convincing, and either will stand up and start out. Y'all, we've seen Martell do that. Stand up and start all there hollering and acting crazy and telling people, oh, you don't believe me. So he's mad because Marceau doesn't believe his lies, and that's why he's on this damn rant. It's stupid as hell. But Mel, yes, please keep that footage for court, dear, so that you can show the peoples that Martell is still out here doing what the hell he wants to do. And the fact that Marceau had been giving him some work to do, to put some money into his pocket and also loaning him money, speaks volumes. At one point, they were still trying to be friends. Marceau was still trying to be cordial with him, even though Martell was doing interviews and throwing little subliminals. Y'all remember the interview with Tasha K, where Martell was trying to allude to the fact that Marceau was cheating. If that's your friend, why are you saying that in interviews versus talking about yourself? Well, maybe because you don't have shit going on with yourself, so you got to continue to talk about other people. And that's what I say about the other members of this cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Every time they do interviews, they got to talk about Melody, which then makes it look like you guys have nothing going on with yourself. It makes it look like you don't have nothing going on when you keep having to bring other people up. All right. So Marceau is saying that he don't really give a F about Martell, and Mel was like, great. Like, you know, she said, I ain't never tried to turn y'all against each other. I was just gonna let y'all see the shit for yourself, and I'm glad that they see it now. Unfortunate for them, it's getting ready to be a war, because now Martell is getting ready to expose people because he's angry that he's being exposed. So it's just going to be a back and forth. Martell say something, Marceau and Tisha say something. It's going to keep being a back and forth. I'm kind of here for it because it's content, but it's going to get dangerous because we know how Martell is when he gets exposed, and Marceau is probably going to wind up having to go take another protection order out on his ass before long, because I see Martell snapping off again like he did before. But Martell, like I said, he does create alliances when he is on the bullshit, and that's what he does. Next scene is Trisha's house, child. Trisha's house, they're getting ready for her son's graduation party. The food and everything looks good. The cake looked good. Everything looks great. They're putting up the tents and everything in the backyard. People are arriving. Trish and Ken, they actually come in the house and they're discussing Marquez coming and saying that he may not be bringing any family with him when he comes. And Ken kind of looks confused, like, why he ain't bringing no family? This is like a huge event for his, for his son or my son, because y'all know that's what he say about Marquez's kids. So Trish then tells Ken that she signed the divorce papers and that she had them notarized. And Ken kind of looks surprised, like, yes, I can go out and get this damn ring. That's the look he has. He's overly excited. You can see it in his face. His eyes light up with his black ass up over there. Yeah, should I say black ass? Maybe not. Y'all, I'm still under the influence a little bit. Anyway, I cannot stand Ken. I'm sorry. But anyway, so Trish then asked Ken, says that, do you think that I should tell Marquez that I had the paperwork signed and notarized? And Ken says, probably not here and not now. And then he tells her, like, don't pick sides and just stay neutral with everyone when Marquez gets here. He said that we don't want our kids, emphasis on our. He said we don't want our kids to see drama. So Ken, like I said, he stays on this our kids mess, and Trish never ever corrects him when he does that. All right. So they're waiting on everybody to arrive. Ken is getting a little antsy. He's saying, damn, where's my mom and them? My mom and them should be here by now. They should be getting here by now. So during the time that they're talking, Trish's kids, her daughter and son, come downstairs and they greet Trish and Ken because everybody's starting to arrive at this point. All right, so Ken goes via confessional. He says that he's very proud of the kids and that they're doing very well and they're adjusting to the new family dynamic. So at the door, there's a knock at the door where Ken's mother named Valerie, she's this light-skinned lady with this long wig on, don't look nothing like Ken. I said, Ken, you must have been adopted. His sister, Kaylin, actually comes in. She's this light-skinned, long wig. Neither one of them look like they are related to Ken at all. I said, are these just actors coming up in here? Because he said it was his mom and his sister. So they greet him, they hug him, and they're happy to be there. Visibly, you can see that his sister, Kaylin, is very maybe camera shy because she kind of looks at the camera, then she looks away, and she's kind of very nervous, and she's uncomfortable, you can tell. So Ken says that he and Trish's family are actually together for the first time. I said, hold up, y'all been together 5 years. Y'all been dating for 5 years, Ken, and you have never been in the presence of Trisha's family at all. That's weird to me. 5 years? Like, y'all ain't been in no family reunions. Y'all ain't had like no funerals or nothing like that happen. Y'all ain't had no get-togethers, no cookouts, no nothing, no parties, no birthday parties, nothing to where your families have been together, but you trying to rush out and get a damn ring? Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. You rushing to go get married and you ain't never been around this girl's family. Weird. How you know they like you? Okay. He said, and his family has never been around Trish either. So what's the secret? Why are you guys not commingling your family? Trish, why are you not introducing your family to him? And Ken, why are you not introducing your family to Trish? Why is this the first time that Trish's son graduating and having a graduation party that the two families are coming together to meet? This is crazy as hell. I ain't never heard of no mess like that. All right, so again, people are arriving. Ken says that he met people on Trish's side maybe once, but they haven't really hung out together. So this will be their first family gathering. Destiny and Lance arrived together, arm in arm, like they having a date, child. Destiny has on like this little short set, child, with like two little buttons button, and all of her chest out. You can see her bra and everything. I don't know if she and Lance was doing something in the car on the way there, but her shirt was open and she only had like one or two buttons buttoned up, and she had on like a little black bra underneath with her fake Chanel bag per usual. All right. Maurice and Kimmy, they're actually there as well. They speak and they greet Destiny and Lance as they walk up. Kimmy gives Trish a bottle of her favorite liquor as like a little gift whenever they come, and Trish is happy to get it. He said, how you know that I like this type of alcohol? I'm like, girl, shut up. Just be glad that Maurice and his drunk ass didn't get his hands on it, or he'd have been on his second DUI, because bitch, you wouldn't have gotten not one sip of it, okay? So Chris and Nell arrive, and they all speak and greet each other as well. Everyone starts eating. Chris gets up to get him a plate, child, and he's over there eating and dancing. The food must have been good the way he was dancing, child. And Marquez kind of peeks around like the fence, getting ready to come in, and then he and a male friend of his actually walk in. He got on all black everything, like he coming for war, child. It's so crazy. Ken then spots Marquez, and he whispers to his friend who you guys saw in the clip where they were sitting down talking. He says to his friend, oh God, here we go. Meaning he spots Marquez and he thinks that it's going to be some drama. Marquez speaks to everyone, then says, where's my daughter? Okay, he's looking for his daughter. Ken goes via confessional and says that when Marquez comes in the party that his energy is off. Why? Because he asked for his daughter. He asked, where's my daughter? He came there to see his kids. All right. I don't see nothing wrong with that. So he says that everybody puts their need. He said that everybody puts their, hold on. He said, where's my daughter? He said that everybody puts their, he's down. Oh, he says that everything is getting ready to be pretty much drama now that Marquez has arrived. I was like, it doesn't mean that. He's just asking where's his daughter. He wants to hug his daughter, greet his daughter, see his kids. So Marquez goes around and shakes people's hands and starts introducing himself to the people at the party. Ken's friend, Will, goes over to Ken to kind of instigate some of the bullshit that's going on and the mess with Marquez, okay? So Ken then says that Marquez does exactly the same thing every time he comes over. He says he does exactly what I expected he was going to do. He starts acting like that's his house whenever he comes over. What? He's just walking around talking to people saying, hey, how you doing? And all of a sudden now Ken thinks that Marquez is walking around acting like that's his house. That's stupid as hell. So he says that he's learning to let certain things go when it comes to Marquez. It's giving that Ken just want to have a problem with Marquez. That's what it's giving. So Marquez's daughter actually walks out and she's walking by. I don't think she saw Marquez. Marquez stops her and he grabs her and he hugs her. He grabs her face and he kisses her. I love their relationship. I ain't even gonna hold you. You can tell he really loves his daughter. He has a very strong bond with her. So he grabs her, little face and he kisses her face. And he greets her and he says, she says, hi, Dad. You know, she's happy to see him. She's so cute. She looks like Marquez. She looks just like Marquez. And she's got Trish's chin. Weird. But she And he tells her that she looks so cute. He said, you look so cute. And she thanks him. So she was walking somewhere to go do something. So she kind of walks off to go finish doing what she was doing. The guys, they're getting ready to gather to go and take a shot. So they're all getting ready to, gather up and do that. Ken says that Marquez has no control anymore and that he's the cause of that, child. So Marquez then leads the toast, you guys. I said, oh, God, not you, sir. So Marquez took it upon himself to lead the toast with the guys when they'll get ready to take this shot. He said to shout out to our kids, our wives. He said to being bigger men. He said to shout out to our babies. He says that our wives, our old wives. He says that, let's take our toast. So everybody put their glasses up. Ken is looking like, what the fuck is going on here? What just happened here? Clearly Marquez was throwing a little bit of shade and letting people know these are my kids and you still are with my wife. Okay. So he was trying to do it subliminally, but to let everybody know, yes, you're with my wife and my kids. So he feels a way about that, of course. Ken says that he has no beef with Marquez lies. He says that he don't think about him and their issues. More lies, because you stay on social media constantly posting things about him and starting mess with him. So you actually do think about him. And says that Marquez just needs to grow up a little bit, and so do you, Ken. All right. Sitting up there looking like Eddie Long out there at the damn party. So Marquez goes over to Chris, Lance, and Maurice, where they're all standing there just having a conversation. Okay, as they call him out. So Chris, Lance, and Maurice are standing back having a conversation after all this goes down. He says that, and then he just walks up and just has a conversation. He says, hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm Marquez. He says that me and Trish actually dated. He just jumps right in and they're looking like, what's going on here? So he says that me and Trish actually dated, a while back. He says that I have, they have my son and they have my daughter. And this new dude is coming in, kind of like taking over. He's in our house, with my kids, and he's kind of having that conversation. They're looking at him like, why are you telling us that? We don't know you. Okay. He says that I said that I understand it. He says that, but he's with my family and all. He says, but I'm low key still triggered by that. So then Chris Fletcher kind of looks at him like, bro, why are you telling us this? Like, we were talking about something else and you just came over here out of the blue and just start telling us your business, and we kind of don't care. All right. So Maurice is kind of looking at him like, bitch, I was, I'm just trying to have a conversation. I don't want to hear that. But anyway, of course, Lance was always looking lost. Anytime somebody having a conversation about something, Lance is always looking like he don't know what the hell they talking about. Marquez then asked for support and advice from the men in his situation of feeling triggered about Trish and Ken's situation of being together with his kids. Chris said, look, man, we just met Marquez a few minutes ago, and he's already asking for like this deep personal advice. This is via confessional, of course. He says that this is what happens when people find out that you're a mentor. So Chris is trying to say he's a mentor. Chris goes on to say that it's crazy that they don't actually know him, or that Marquez doesn't actually know him, and it just feels kind of weird that he would just come off and just pour all that on them like that. So Chris then says that, did you actually speak to Ken? And Marquez said, yeah, I actually did. He said, Marquez kind of goes into like when he saw a text message from Trish, and that Ken was actually, texting Trish back in the day. He says that then 4 years, he's telling all the business. He says, and then 4 years later, Trish actually admits that she's with Ken. He says, and I'm struggling to actually, he says that his struggle is that Ken has been there with his kids and doing more for his kids, and he's not able to do more like he would want to. So Maurice then tries to give this advice, saying that the celebration is actually getting to you. He says that keep all of that in mind. He says, and just kind of try to go, just kind of flow with it. So I was like, Maurice, shut your drunk ass up. So Lance is kind of looking at him like, yeah, I ain't got nothing, bro. Like, you talk to them too. I'm just looking. So Lance is just looking back and forth at everybody else talking to Marquez. He didn't have no advice, okay? So Kristen says that Marquez actually needs therapy in Jesus because they can't help him, child. He got some deep-rooted issues. Melody then arrives to the party, okay, looking cute as hell. She got her braids going back, child. Mel was like, look, let me get my shit braided back just in case something pop off now. But Mel had on her little jeans. She had on a little crop top with a little stomach out. She had on her sneakers, okay. Who got the clip? None other than me. Let's look at it, okay. I said, look at me, I'm coming in here. Look at Mel coming in here. Okay. So she actually showed up, child, because y'all know she already done checked to make sure Martell's ass wasn't going to be there. Y'all know she would not have pulled up, okay? But this is Mel, child. Mel came on up and through there.
Hey, I didn't even see you. What's up? I brought you gifts for your babies. Yeah. After being in the hot seat, you know, having a little fun with her, Trish invites me over to her house for her kids' graduation party. And you know what? When it comes to the kids, anytime there's something positive for them, I'm going to show up. Now, which one is your, you know what, that's him. I met him. I told you I met him in my mimosas with Melody. Yeah. He's cool with my PR guy.
I got my divorce papers notarized the other day.
Why she telling everybody?
He doesn't know I got the papers filed. But he will find out.
You ain't gonna tell him today is not your baby stuff, is you? No, not today. No, not at this. No, not this. It's about them.
Yeah, I'm not.
No.
I'm wait. Came here trying to be funny. Because he always asking for money to get around. It's been like this for years.
Him needing money? You have to pay him alimony? Hell no. You think he gonna ask for alimony?
How should ask him for child support?
Hey! Come on in here! Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and you haven't really met. I'm kind of going through my own emotions. This is my first time being invited over, so
it's really, okay.
This is not his first time being invited over.
I mean, like inside, like.
Well, he's been inside a couple of times. He's been inside Xavier's room. He's been upstairs in Zaria's room. You've been here a couple of times. Let's not say invited.
It's kind of awkward. You know what I'm saying? It's a little uncomfortable. I met you one time, and I know your ex, and I think you know him too.
Yeah.
Now look, now wait a minute. Slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll. I just met you for real. Why are you bringing up Martell? This is an event, you know, for their children. You can say that for another time.
So how do you? Because you have children. How do you co-parent when you're dealing with people that might be your trigger?
You know what? So the way to work on triggers is not be the trigger.
That's why.
And when I say,
that's why
let me tell you what I mean.
Please do.
So like some of the energy that she's been giving right here has been triggering, I'm sure, because I feel it. And I'm like, girl.
No, I speak in silent. He speaks out loud.
You speaking real out loud
No, he speak. I don't care. I have told him, dude, quit putting my name in your mouth because it's gonna piss me off. Haven't I?
Are you being triggered right now?
Don't. Don't.
I
Listen,
mean,
wait, no. He knows the built-up resentment.
Are we having this moment right now?
Built-up resentment.
He know. He had
I mean, you know, when I think about built-up resentment, that's sexual. What you talking about?
Somebody was having sex, but it wasn't me.
Ooh, baby, the way these two right here going back and forth on their triggers, on their this, don't like what this, honey. You can definitely tell they were probably high school sweethearts because they know each other like a book. It's almost like they know what each other gonna say before they say it, so they ready for it. Because
now Tristan ran out there and told Ken. You see, she got her ass up out of there after Marquez said that somebody was actually having SEX, but it wasn't me. So Tristan ran her ass out there to go tell Ken what was said just now. Okay,
that was a whole doop, 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 doop. But I wasn't about to stop eating though. I'm gonna keep eating while I watch the showdown.
I know that's right.
Hey, everybody, can we?
I know Mel gonna always damn eat. Mel was like, look, y'all go ahead and fight, bitch, but I ain't about to put this plate down. I'm gonna sit right here and eat this damn food, and I'm gonna be looking back and forth like this while I'm eating.
Can we meet up over here under the tent for a second? Just for a second. Hey, I promise you I won't hold y'all long. First off, we want to thank everybody for coming. This was amazing. We know you guys have a lot of things going, but we're glad that y'all came out here to celebrate our kids. We want to celebrate the parents. Me, Tisha, all y'all guys who.
This was done deliberately. I'm sorry. This was a deliberate attack, low key on Marquez. Now you mentioned me, Trish. Why you couldn't say Marquez, knowing that he is the original, he's their biological father. You did not mention him, and their kids are standing right there. Even the daughter picked up on that shade because she looked like, okay, hello, my dad is standing right here. Their son is 18 years old. Like, hello, you don't think he is being able to read into what you're doing, Ken? You are not their father. And clearly their father is standing there. You see him and you're deliberately overlooking him to make him feel away because you feel like you feel like you're the man of the house like that. That's some disrespectful bullshit. Now, I respect what Marquez is getting ready to do right here.
Take care of y'all kids. I got some good influences around me, you know. these guys, you know, they teach me. I'm a younger father, so I still have a lot of learning to go. And these guys right here, they help me.
I am the father. Hi.
He said, "Hi, I'm the father. Hi." Yeah, I respect that. I respect that. Okay. So Mel pretty much caught the two of them going back and forth. Obviously, they still have some tension between them because there's some unresolved feelings. That's why you fighting like that. People who fight like that, you still care. I'm gonna say it again. If you're fighting like that, if you're still exchanging words like that, and every time you guys get in each other's presence, it's tense like that, it's some unresolved issues, and you guys still care. Trish, I don't care. You can sit up here and run out there to go and talk to Ken and tell him everything. No, baby, you still care because you've been holding on to this relationship and you could have been got divorced. You and Ken been dating 5 years. It don't take 5 years to get no damn divorce. And you still ain't divorced. You still care because every time Ken bring up getting a damn marriage or getting married, you look crazy. Like, I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for that. This is so stupid between them. And the fact that she still allowed Ken to disrespect Marquez like that, he is still their father, regardless to what he can or cannot do for them. He ain't got his money right yet. And he what's his name? Ken always uses that as a means to try to degrade him and make him feel less than because he's able to do more for Marquez's kids than him. It's just not right. I don't agree with it. He is their father. And when he's around, especially in a moment like this, you should have acknowledged him as their dad. I'd have cussed his ass out. All right. So anyway, Melody was right to tell them what she told them in terms of how they're acting towards each other. It's built up sexual frustration. I feel like that's what it is. All right. She missed that thing. Okay. I don't think Ken is able to hit it like that. And I feel like he's been lifting all them weights and probably taking some of them damn pills. I don't, and his soldiers don't march either. I feel like Marquez was banging that back out, and I don't think Ken can do it like that. Now, he might can pick you up, but I don't think he can tap that thing like he need to. All right. And I think that's why y'all still got that sexual energy up over there every time you see him, because you remember how this nigga used to handle you, and you know the nigga you got right now. Okay, let's move on though. All right, so Trish mentioned something about some damn child support. She said, no, hell no, she ain't paying Marquez no alimony in their divorce, but she should ask for child support. But Marquez, I like the way he is messy as hell. He go back and forth with Trish and let her know you ain't the only one with a smart mouth. But then again, I don't like sassy men who be going back and forth with women like that. That's not a good look for you, Marquez. He want to be anywhere that Mel is, if you guys can see. Anytime this boy see Mel, he light up. Okay, Marquez took his ass up there to go and talk to Mel and see Mel. He didn't give a damn about Trish. She just happened to be there. But let's continue. That was kind of rude though. Let's move on. I'm gonna skip down some because we just watched that. Yeah, we watched that too. Oh, we getting to the end, y'all. We getting to the end. Yeah. So of course you guys just saw where Ken thanked everybody for being there and the disrespect of it all. Of course the episode is going to end there at that particular scene where they are actually talking. But before we get there, I think it was one more little piece. Ken thanks everyone but Marquez, like I said, the father of he and Trisha's son, which is graduating intentionally. He throws jabs, saying that you got to take care of your kids. And Marquez, like I said, he's starting to get a little heated and he feels away. Ken says that I've got good influences around me. He says that I'm a younger father. So at this stage. All right, guys, StreamYard is acting up. Good thing we're at the end of our damn video. Oh my God. I'm about to send them an email right as soon as I get out of here. Said, okay, Rail, I'm thawed out. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, that was not my fault, y'all. That's a StreamYard issue, and I'm gonna hit their ass up here in a few minutes to let them know. But yeah, so they're having a issue here, it looks like, with Ken and Marquez, you guys. I did not like how the two of them, I did not like the way Ken handled that situation. That was immature as hell. But let's get into, that's the end of the actual episode, to be honest with you guys. I rated an 8. Okay, let's try to get through this because I don't want StreamYard to act up again. But that is the end of the actual show. It's going to be a that's what it's going to pick up at. Okay, so I'm going to rate this episode an 8. All right, let's go ahead and look at what's going to happen next on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, let's look at the clip for next. All right, and let's hurry up and get through it because damn, they get on my nerves doing this. My apologies, guys, for the technical difficulties. All right, StreamYard, get y'all ish together. All right, so this is what's happening next on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Next on Love and Marriage Huntsville.
I've had some conversations with some people in this friend group regarding you and, you know, what took place with the DUI arrest. I felt it was irresponsible. It was embarrassing and disappointing.
Hey, let me stop you there. Do you know anything about what actually happened today?
It's almost as if I feel you want to overcompensate, and it's not because it's about me. It's because you don't have your own biological children.
No, listen.
And that,
I'm gonna tell you.
Notice he stops him there whenever he says, because I feel like it's because you don't have any biological children. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what that cut him deep. For Marquez to tell him that, because that is the problem that he actually has with Marquez, is the fact that Marquez actually does have kids, and he uses that. He tries to muscle him into making him feel less than, because he feel like he's bigger than him. So he tries to bully Marquez and claim his kids, like he did at that when he did that little speech.
What it is, as a man, you have obligations and you have duties, and you take care of them no matter what the situation.
How I was raised is when a man comes in someone's life, then they obviously have an initial conversation with the man who is the father of their children first.
Right. Well, I didn't like the fact that she was trying to insinuate something more was to it.
Because
she was like, he had red lipstick on his shirt.
If you think that that's a sincere issue and you want to bring it to your friend's attention, tell me why you're talking to me. Her plight in life is to figure out everybody else is cheating.
So as y'all can see, it's weird to me how Trish squashed all of her issues and differences with Mel, and then you sit up with Tisha and Kimmy and talk junk about Mel behind her back. It's giving two-faced Trish, and we've seen you in several scenes where you've done that. You did it with Ken, where you talk junk about Mel, saying that Mel got some secrets and stuff that she has done that that she don't want to talk about or that she needs to focus on. Girl, how you gonna come for this woman after you sat there and when Mel was sitting in front of you, you couldn't even say 3 words. You were sitting there, Mel had you so shook, but now you sitting up with Tisha and Kimmy, and you got so much to say, and you agreeing with Kimmy and Tisha. Now you were just cool with Mel, talking junk in Mel face and acting all on the kumbaya. Now you right back to being your same two-faced, long chin having ass up over there. I can't take people like that. And Kimmy, you need to settle down. You need to settle down, sis, because bottom line is, Kimmy, you know your man be in them streets. You already said the nigga was for the streets. And I don't know what you mad at somebody asking you about your marriage for when you be in everybody else's damn marriage. You always was in Mel and Martell stuff. You were. Mr. Martell is a good dude with your country ass. Martell ain't nowhere a good dude, and now you see it. And I think the problem with Kimmy and Tisha is that Mel was able to leave their men or leave her man, and then she's doing better than all of them put together. That's what it is. Y'all are pressed like a warehouse of paninis about Mel. Every time I turn around, Kimmy, you need to settle down, sis. All right, find you something else to do. Find you something else to do. Maurice, his ass don't never be home, and I feel like your frustration is misplaced anger. Your frustration needs to be at Maurice, not Mel. Okay, just like y'all ask her about her business, she's asking y'all about y'all's, and I don't see nothing wrong with it. Okay, bottom line. But that's our show for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for the inconvenience and the mess that was going on, child, with StreamYard. It's always some shit with StreamYard. But thank you guys for hanging in there and coming on back. All right, let's get out of here. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share the video, okay? So that you will be privy to more videos to come. All right, before we get out of here, let me go ahead and drop this petition for you guys. Thank y'all. Let me do my thank yous right quick. To my mods, thank you guys for doing an awesome job. Bell Wilson, KBR Tyra, and Scorpion Mist. Thank you guys so much. All right. Thank you to the content creators who are usually in the chat. True TV Podcast, Purple Unicorn, Aries Girl Podcast, Deary Talk Show, Miss Hills ATL, Boss Lady Brand, Girlfriend Chronicles, and Chronicles of Kim K, and Love Seeing Her. Okay. Love you guys down. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you guys in the morning for Car Chronicles. All right. Be blessed and never stress. Until next time. Goodbye. Let me get y'all music. Let's get y'all some twerking music, child. All right, bye.